Hey, what's up everybody, it's SNipEz. Welcome back to part 2 in house number 36. So this is our tree house, and so far this is what we have. Part 1 was kind of messed up, and this is what it should look like as of part 2. Excuse me. Alright, so we're going to extend this wall out over here behind me, just because we really don't like how flat it looks. So we're going to make it basically just as big as that door entrance over there. So we're just going to clear out all this. And I will say there might be some delay on like the descriptions of everything, because again, kind of as part 1, I had the video recorded that worked perfectly fine, but I guess when I was doing my schoolwork using Adobe Audition, it got rid of the audio for this part, so I'm having to basically re-record it. Alright, and so we're gonna add these pillars here on the edges here, and we're gonna stack them down 2 below the floor, just like this, make them even with all the other ones. Might as well get rid of this tree because it's pretty close to being in the way. Yeah, so like I was saying, there might be some delay in like the descriptions of everything, because I'm watching the video while doing the audio for it. So basically like a commentary is the best way to describe it. And so I've had more problems with this house than any other house I've recorded so far, and which is really sad because it's actually one of my favorite houses. So we're going to extend this out 3 blocks. I guess we're going to make it into a 2, and then we're going to have the pillar on the 3rd block. And we're going to make another one of these pillars going all the way down. You want to do the same thing on the other side as well, because you do want to make it symmetrical. Now we're going to just connect them like this. Oh, used the wrong stuff there. Alright, now we're going to connect these. Oh, misplaced. And okay, there we go. Alright, so now we're just going to make this a plain wall, this back wall here, because that's where our TV is going to go when we do the interior. Oh, well, a little spoiler alert there. Whoa, I fell. And so now we're just going to put regular glass blocks in here to kind of make it a window. Really surprising that I didn't use too many glass panes in this house. I usually use glass panes a lot. I really didn't. Alright, so I'm just going to fill in the floor now with your regular oak wood planks. And so now that looks a little bit better, considering it's not just a flat wall now. You have a depth to the house in that wall. So you're going to come underneath, and we're going to lay down some regular oak wood here to kind of give a little bit more look on the bottom as well. And you're just going to do this all the way around the house, so it's basically do what I'm doing. It's kind of hard to describe like how to do this in words. You're basically putting it 1 block back for most of them. Some of them are going to go on the edge, but other than that, most of them are going to go like 1 block back from underneath the floor. So it should look just like this so far. So like I said, this is actually one of my favorite tree houses to work on, so hopefully you guys will actually like this. I'm just really upset that I've had so much problems with the audio and just everything. Part 3 should be working just fine though, hopefully. So hopefully we can get that working just fine. Alright, so now what we want to do is, I kind of feel like having a patio right here would be the best thing. So we're going to make a doorway right here, and we actually need to move it up 1 block. There we go. And so our second floor, not I won't say our second floor, but our patio is going to be starting here. Basically what this is for having the patio, and we're using, I believe, spruce wood planks is the wood we're using. And you might notice that we're going around the fences. We actually will replace that, just like that. And so you're going to do this with all the fences that we come across. And so we're going to be getting rid of these as well. And you are going to keep the ones underneath. You can keep those, because those really, you're not going to see them too much, and they actually do add some look to it. And let's get rid of that one, and we're going to put oak wood here, and then have it come and connect to the edge of the house just like that. So the oak wood should be 1 block back from that pillar on the left. And now we're going to use fences to make our little railing. And the way these fences are working is we're going to be doing it every other 2, basically. And so it should look just like this. And now we're going to put our fences in between to act as our railing. Just like that. And place one there. And so far, this is what it should look like. It's actually really, really nice. I love the patio. I think the patio itself really adds a lot of detail to the house itself. So now we're just going to do this thing again, putting the oak wood underneath, again to add a little bit more look and architecture to the building itself from underneath, because you will see the underneath of the house since it is a tree house. So you kind of want to make sure that looks decently nice as well. Then on all of these pillars, we're going to be adding our fences here to add a little bit more look to it and use a little bit more wood. You're going to be using a lot of fences in this house, I will say that. Alright, so now let's finish up this area over here on the right side of the house. And so we're going to use our oak wood. Swiftness ran out, apparently. And so we're going to start, where should we start? We're going to start here. And what we're we're going to do is we're going to lay down another layer of oak wood planks, that is, and we're just going to make a big wall going just up to there. Now we're going to add another one of these pillars on the edge of this wall and have it come down 1 block from the floor. Actually, I think it would have to be 2. Yeah, I think it has to be 2 because you want to make it even with all the other ones. And so we're kind of going to make it like a little L shape here, a little corner with our oak wood. We're kind of matching it to the other side. So if you look, like, just to my left, we're trying to match it up with that. But here's the problem, like, you kind of have to, it's difficult to match these two up. And so we're going to use our oak wood again and make a regular wall here as well. And we're going to use our oak wood for the actual wall itself. So it should look just like this. So this is what our right side of the house should look like. This is the front view. And so let's continue on. So what we're going to do now is we're going to, what are we going to do? What should we do? There's so many things to work on and so many things to do. Okay, so I think I'm trying to figure out like what I want to do with the second floor. I think this one I was debating about adding a second floor. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically move all these pillars up 1 block. You'll see why here in a minute. The right side is going to be, the windows are going to go up a lot higher. On the left side, you're going to have kind of like a open balcony, would be the best thing to describe it. I'm going to turn off my heater. I was getting heated up. Yeah, I think this is when I was really debating about like how I was going to do the second floor, if I recall. Just because originally I wanted this to be a 2-story house, or treehouse, excuse me. But then I decided like having it to be 1 floor would actually look better. And so we kind of added like a little patio up top. And so we're going to do this. This is going to be part of the extension to the house. The patio is only going to go out that far. It's basically going to go out to that second pillar. You'll see here in a second what I'm talking about. And so from here on out, basically, you're going to have a patio and just fill all of this in. Just basically do what I'm doing right now. Really simple, in all honesty. And so we're just going to be filling all of this in now. Because, like I said, this is all going to be a patio that you can come up onto and scout out. Just relax if you want. And in my opinion, it really does add a lot of look to the house. In my opinion, I think it was actually better not adding the second floor and adding this. Because if we would have added the second floor, it would have been out of proportion to the actual tree itself. You want to make sure we actually are going to fill in that place over on the left side that we extruded out. But we're going to move these pillars up 1 block above our second floor now. You want to do this with all of the pillars, excuse me. And then we're going to, I believe, connect them like this. Yep, so we should look just like that. And instead of using fences here, we're actually going to replace those with oak wood. Because I really didn't like the way the fences looked. I'm not sure when I'm actually going to do that in the video, but I'm sure we'll get to that eventually. And so over here by the tree stump, we're actually going to connect it with the tree stump here. And we're going to use our oak wood and fill that in to the tree stump as well, because I was kind of debating like adding a window there, like a little skylight, but in all honesty, it wouldn't have looked that good. And so here's what I was talking about now. We're going to fill this in to kind of add to our patio, because there's not really anything we could really do there. And we actually want to make sure we put our pillars going up. If you put oak wood over them, just get rid of the oak wood and replace it with the regular oak wood. I meant to say oak wood planks. If you had the oak wood planks, replace them with the regular oak wood, that is. And so we're using our oak wood for our pillars themselves, and we are going to have fences up on top of these pillars here. But we'll get to that a little bit later. And so we're just basically going around our outline. We're going to get rid of this because this really doesn't look too good having it like go around the tree stump like this. So I kind of alter it to basically what you're going to see at the end of the video. Which in my honesty was probably the best decision I've made on this house, doing some of these additions, because you really need to, here's us talking about adding our regular oak wood for our pillar there, just like that. And then you see that oak wood underneath, the oak wood planks underneath the regular oak wood. We're actually going to replace those with upside down stairs, but we'll get to that later. So we're going to extend these out now from basically kind of continue the railing through the tree stump, but still having the tree stump there. So here's what I was talking about. You're just going to fill the rest of this in here with your oak wood planks. I keep mixing up the oak wood and oak wood planks because I'm used to this saying oak wood because I really don't use oak wood, like regular oak wood, too much. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to be stacking these up. Like this side of the house, the right side, is going to be stacked up a lot higher. Right now, you're really not seeing it too much, but in the end, you'll really see that it does really go up in height wise, because it does make it look a little bit better. So we're just going to move these pillars up, I believe, 4 blocks, and do this with all of them over here. Do the same thing with these. Let's get rid of the wood up on top of the glass. And what we're going to do is stack these up as well. Again, you want to make sure you get all the pillars to make sure everything's even. Get rid of that oak wood plank there and replace it with oak wood so you can continue the pillar going up in a smooth fashion. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make a... how do we want... Okay, so here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to... I remember now. We're going to extend out the railings here to connect with these pillars. So it should look just like that. And now that's where our wall begins, is with these pillars. So we want to stack this pillar up as well to kind of make it even with all the other ones. And now we're going to stack up the glass to be 1 block below the last top of the oak wood. So I moved that one up too much. I realized that a little bit later. And so now we can make a wall here using our regular oak wood planks and stack it up to be even with the pillars as well. Like I said, you want to make sure those are 1 block below. And what we're going to do is connect them with our oak wood, so our windows should look just like this. And you want to make sure you get the side wall stacked up as well, just so you can keep like the theme. And with that top window I put there, it's basically even with the top part of the window on the big window. You're kind of just adding like a little skylight just for a little bit more look and light to come into the house itself. Sorry if I'm not describing things too well, guys. I'm trying my best. So we're going to do the same thing with the windows there as well. And now just connect these with our regular oak wood. So it should look just like this so far. And want to make sure you get above the windows. And we're just going to fill the rest of this in with our regular oak wood. So we're not using planks here. We're using regular oak wood for our little roof here. And we are going to add a little bit more to the roof here in a minute. Because I really didn't like the look of this being so flat. So so we're going to get rid of the things here, and we're actually going to move the fences back 1 block from the edges, just like this. And then you want to connect them to make a perfect square. I want to say I cannot speak there. We're really not going to be making a perfect square. We're going to move these fences up to be even with the top part of the oak wood here. You want to take out some oak wood planks as well. I promise you will need those. I'm having trouble talking today. It's really hard. And it's really weird doing a commentary like this. So basically we're going around now adding fences to all of our pillars to add a little bit more look to the outside of the house. It's amazing like how much fences can actually make a big difference when it comes to the look of something. And it, like in a mansion, it depends on what you make the material of the mansion out of, or any house in the matter of fact. But fences can really add a lot more look to the house than what you would think, just because they have that connecting with the wall. I don't know. It's like really hard to describe. I don't know how to describe it. So a couple things while we're doing this. A couple things I want to mention. If you guys do play GTA, I haven't brought this up in a couple of GTA Let's Plays because I keep forgetting about it. If you guys want to play GTA and be in the crew, I did make a Minecraft Builder 92 crew. So if you guys do want to join that, go right ahead. It's free to join. It's really not hard to join at all. It's open. So I don't think I had to accept any of the friend requests. You just say, I want to join here, and you should be able to. And so we're going to sleep real quick. Also, this video is, I want to say that the video is not brought to you by, but KBG servers, they're really good when it comes to Minecraft PC hosting. They can actually offer you a server for $5 a month, which is honestly really hard to find. By the way, you want to add fences underneath the patio here for a little bit more look and architecture to it from the bottom. Underneath, we're going to do the same thing with the fences right here on this little extension out from the wall. Basically, you're going to be doing this all the way around the house to where you have those oak wood be 1 block back. And you're going to do the same thing over here with the oak wood to kind of give it that little offset distance. And doing a little bit of cleanup, basically. And so we're adding our things here. And so this is what it should look like so far. We're going to add some more fences on these walls here. Let's see. What should we do? That looks pretty good, moving those down to make them even. We're going to move these pillars down, just like that. Make these even. There we go. Okay, so far this is what it is looking like. The outside of the house is almost done. We still have some things to finish up and do. Not too much in all honesty though. We're at 15 minutes. So this is what I was talking about. You will need oak wood slabs. And up on top of these fences above the right side of the house, we're going to place our oak wood slabs up on top of these fences and actually have them come out one block from the fences themselves. So now we're just going to fill all of this in. We're starting on top of the fences, and then we're going to fill in our way from there. Again, the slabs will come out one block from the fence. So honestly, the slabs will be the same distance out from the fences as the roof itself, if that made any sense. And so now that really added a lot of look to the house, in my opinion, because it's not a flat roof. It does have that little architecture to it, in my opinion. I've said that a lot in this video, but I really do mean it. Like, just the small things can really make the difference in a house. So underneath, we're basically just checking to see if anything's right, make sure everything is. We're just gonna adding some finishing touches to the underside of the house. So now we're just adding some oak wood underneath here to kind of add a little bit more flatness to the bottom a little bit, because underneath right now it's kind of really choppy. It doesn't really look too good. So we're just adding some finishing touches to it. So we're gonna fill underneath here as well. So basically everything's gonna be filled underneath to make it look a little bit more flat and a little bit better. And so you still might notice that the pillars that we've added, even though we are filling this in, they are still one block lower than the floor we're adding now, than this layer. The pillars themselves will actually, I think I do it in part 3. We're kind of going to connect them and make them a little bit more finished and look a little bit better and make them look like they're more supports for the house themselves. Actually, we might do it now. Yeah, so we actually might be doing this now. I could have sworn that was in part 3 we were doing that. But hey, what do I know? I actually recorded this not too long ago. Probably say a week ago I started recording this because I had finals. So now we're just adding and connecting these pillars, I believe is what we're doing. Yeah, I could have sworn that was in part 3 we were doing this. Yeah, just follow along with the pillars I'm connecting with the ones you're connecting. So it should look just like that. Alright, so let's come back and let's see how everything's looking so far. So I think this is when we're going to start adding our fences to the top of the oak wood up top. Just to have a more of a safety. You have to watch out for kids these days. Kids are very dangerous. They always want to jump off things. So we're basically just adding our fences here to kind of act as a railing and a little bit more look to the house from the outside. And we actually are going to have a pool up here, I believe, is one thing we're going to be doing. Whoop, and got caught. See, like adding the fences up there really made it look that much better in my opinion. Let's see. So this is what it looks like on the inside. We have a lot of room. Right next to these windows, we're going to add our oak wood to kind of finish it off there. Make it look a little bit more finished. I'm not really sure how much more there is to do on part 2. We're just adding some finishing touches on the inside. Make sure everything looks decently good on the inside as well. So basically that's it. So I hope you guys liked the video. Please rate and subscribe. Part 3 should be back to normal commentary, to where I'm actually doing it when I'm building it, so you get a little bit better description from it. So I hope you guys liked the video. Please rate and subscribe. I do make house videos every Wednesday and Friday. If this is the first time you watch my channel, my houses have a little bit more better commentary than this usually. So I am sorry about the commentary, guys.